What's going on, everybody? It's the Wake Up Crew, Ray G, joined as always by my man Jay Rich to talk some NBA prop bets over on Prize Picks. Jay, how did we do yesterday? I know we talked about Luka's points. Destroyed that. He had 45 of those bad boys. The points for Luka went over. We put his assist play in the comments before tip-off. That was a smash over. Jalen Brown only 13 points, did not hit. So we know Luka's going to chuck. So I feel good about Luka moving forward. Talked about DeAndre Ayton's par fantasy score. Took the par. The par hit. He had 33. But he did not have the rebounds. And the point guard, Chris Paul. Talked about the point guard.
So much for the point guard.
And Chris Paul did
Never again.
I mean, golly.
Never again.
Didn't even get close.
0 for 3 on his assist props this year.
Didn't even
everyone
get close.
Across the Twitter space, oh, Chris Paul's assists, he's going over all the data. No, not even close. It was the Devin Booker show. DeAndre Ayton killing it in the post. Just got wrecked on my bets yesterday. Not a good follow-up to a really good day, but we're back.
Well, here's the thing. I think there's a good takeaway, and we talked about it yesterday. I don't think Dallas has anybody to deal with Ayton down low. So, you know, his par was set at 29.5. He had 33 in that matchup. Fantasy score, he would have been good. Like, it's that's the play, man, is DeAndre Ayton. I think he's going to have a really good series in this one. And we talked about it yesterday. I don't think Phoenix has anybody to check Luka. And what it seemed like they wanted to do was let Luka score and make sure nobody else does anything, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go out on a limb and say PrizePicks is going to have his point total at 30.5 next game. I think they'll bump it up by 2 points, and I still feel comfortable now without even putting the data in. Taking the over as assist, he hit that as well. Luka's going to be the guy this series. But we've got Milwaukee versus Boston tonight, and we'll see how physical Boston is and do they match the physicality of the Bucks. And then we also have the Golden State Warriors and the Memphis Grizzlies going at it again. Should be an up and down game. We'll talk about some plays that we like from each of those games right now.
For all the high-flying action, take a step back and relax. It's time to count that money, the NBA props, no look any further. You know what time it is. Presented by PrizePicks, NBA props. Let's
count that money, man. All right, Jay, where do you want to start in this matchup for tonight?
I want to start with the man, the myth, the Greek god, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I want to start with his assist total. PrizePicks is giving us a gift, giving it at 6.5, which for me, smash play. He's hit it in 4 of his last 5 games. He had 12 last game. And if you watch the game to see how Boston played him, they were trapping him in the post. He was dishing it to open shooters, and they were making those shots. Giannis had 17 potential assists last game. So again, passing the ball, potential assists is what leads to ultimately getting assists where he had 12. And he's averaging 15 potential assists throughout the playoffs. So Giannis, his assist totals have been going up a lot in this playoff so far, and I expect it to continue because of the way Boston's playing him. They're playing him close. He's struggling shooting the ball, getting defended by Al Horford and getting doubled, but that's creating a lot of shots for open shooters, and that's what Giannis does well. He's been very successful at it so far, so I'll be taking the over on Giannis at 6.5 assists. Ray, how do you feel about that one?
Yeah, man, I like it. I want to play it. I want it. I want the assist total at 6.5. Do you have the book juice on where they have Giannis right now, what they have his assist total at, and see where the juice is? I want to see what his fantasy score is going to be. Right now, we have him projected for 58.5 fantasy score with a 48.2 par. So let's just see how close we are. And there goes his par at 48.5. So if I had to take a guess, I think his fantasy score line is going to be right around 56. And if that is the case, that gives Giannis 4.47% edge to go over this one with an average of 1 steal and 1 block in this matchup. So if the prospect line is set at anywhere, 52, 54, if they give us a gift like that, I would not mind his fantasy score, the rebounds, the assist. I like those. But if not, I think the assist total for Giannis is well in play, man.
Yeah, so the other one I wanted to go to was the Boston Celtics backcourt, right? And last game we targeted the three-point shooters. For people who didn't watch the game, the Boston Celtics actually took a franchise record three-point attempts in this game. The Bucks like to play under screens. It opens up a lot of threes for open shooters. And so for that, I'm going to be taking Jason Tatum over 3.5 threes in this game. Last time we took Marcus Smart. Unfortunately, he got banged up with a bunch of injuries, but Jason Tatum did go over his score. Like you see, he's gone over. He's hit 4 in his last 3 games. He's hit this number every single game this season against Milwaukee, and he is minus 138 on the books to go over. So for me, this is a smash play, taking Jason Tatum again, running it back with old Jay Tatum. He didn't play his best game last game against Milwaukee, but he's still playing at home, still got the crowd behind him, and I think Jason Tatum's going to do a lot to go over in this game. I'm also going to be sprinkling on Jalen Brown. I talked about how he's been struggling in this series. He has the hamstring injury, but he still shot 3 of 9 last game, and he's minus 140 on the books to go over. So this line may even flip to 3. And like I said, there'll be a lot of threes from Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum. Marcus Smart probably still dealing with that injury. He'll be more of a facilitator in this one. I like Jason Tatum more, but if you want to sprinkle some Jalen Brown as well, I don't mind it. Ray, how do you feel about the wing players for Boston shooting threes in this matchup?
I mean, when you got Brook Lopez and Giannis down low, it's hard to penetrate that defense, man. So I do think they both will be chucking. I think running both is a little risky, Jay. If you had to pick one or the other, who do you feel more confident in going over their 3-point total between Tatum and Brown?
So I'm rolling with Tatum. Tatum's been the more consistent scorer. Like I said, so I think Tatum is the guy that I'll have as a core play, and Brown will be a guy that I'm thinking about. If you want to, since we're here, we can highlight Grayson Allen, who's been lighting it up from 3 with Chris Middleton out. We took the over on his points prop at 9.5, but this time it's gone up to 10.5. So again, not terrible when a guy's hitting 3 threes a game. That basically takes him right to 9 right there. A little bit of a scoop layup down low is easy money for Grayson Allen, but where are you at with this 10.5 and these 2 threes overall?
Yeah, I like the 2. And anytime PrizePicks gives you a little tip here, anytime they give you round numbers like this, it's good protection, right? As long as he hits 2, you won't lose your bet. You know, we mix and match. So as long as he hits 2, you at least 1.5x your return. So I really like Grayson Allen. You see over his last 5 games, he's averaging 3.4. He's hit this number in 4 straight in the playoffs. I really like the two 3-pointers for Grayson Allen in this matchup. And then, Jay, I also want to talk about a double-double play. Ja Morant. And here's the rationale. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pull up a little stat muse, and we're gonna take a look at what Ja Morant has done over his last 10 games. And I believe, Jay, over his last 10 games, he has hit this number in 6 of his last 10, dating back to Game 2 of the Minnesota series. So there it is. So starting in Game 2 versus Minnesota, we know he's going to get the 10 points. 10 points. So that's 1/2 of the double-double leg cleared. There he goes, 10 assists, 16, 10, 10, 11, 15, 30, 13, 17, 11, 34, 10, and almost had the triple-double. I am in on Ja Morant's double-double total, going over that. Is he going to get it via the assist or the rebounds? I know it's risky, but I do like Ja Morant. The model is telling us that his assist should be over. He's averaging 9.6 assists over his last 10 games. What are your thoughts on the Ja Morant over a double-double? Does he get a double-double in this matchup?
I think there's a very good chance, right? We talk about it's basically a coin flip, and you think, does he have a better than 50% chance of going it and getting a double-double? I think so. He's done it in his last 6 games. His usage has been extremely high, and I think with the success of Jaren Jackson, that's opening up more potential assists for Ja Morant. He doesn't have to always throw it to Desmond Bane. He doesn't have to throw it to Dylan Brooks to shoot. He can get it to someone down low and get some easy assists, and if that continues in this series, I think there's a good chance that he could easily get it through the assists. And like we've seen, he's been a great rebounder so far. For a guy who hasn't rebounded a lot during the regular season, he's been going over 8, and I believe those same past 6 games. So that's another reason why there's confidence that if he doesn't get it over the assists, he can do it via the rebounds. So I really like this double-double play, Ray, and I think there's a very good shot he goes over against Golden State.
And if you're like, Ray, I don't know about Ja Morant, I'm not gonna force that one. The one play that I am looking for that is not up yet is Jordan Poole. We have him projected for 21 points, 3.8 rebounds, 5.4 assists with a par of 30.3, which would put his fantasy score right at 34. So if Jordan Poole's fantasy score, which is not up yet, opens up around 32, I may be in for the over on Jordan Poole. Hopefully, PrizePicks gives us a little bit of a gift and sets it at 30. If his fantasy score opens up at 30, I'm 100% smashing that. And I do like Jaren Jackson, man. We'll see what the fantasy score opens up for Jaren Jackson. But as always, we will put some plays in the comments to this video a little bit closer to tip-off after we get some more information, run a couple of more plays through the model. These are just an early look at some of the things that we're targeting. Feel really good about Grayson Allen over 2 3-pointers. Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum, you said if you had to take one of the two, you would rather roll with Tatum, and I agree with you on that front. And then Giannis assist total at 6.5. Also waiting for Giannis's fantasy score line to drop a little bit later today, but I think it's going to be right around 54 to 56 when PrizePicks sets the line. So we appreciate you tapping into the show. Let us know what you're playing, where you're going tonight, who you're targeting, who you're staying away from. Drop it in the comments. We love to engage with you. Appreciate you checking out the video if you like the content, if you agree with the plays, or even if you disagree, just hit a thumbs up for coming by. We appreciate that. And as always, we'll be back tomorrow with more data-driven analysis. If you tail, give them hail, and if we fail, don't bail. We'll be back tomorrow. We out. Peace.